You guys ever find the poof after Bulma clicks on the capsule extremely satisfying? I always did. But anyway, I have today the world's largest smart wallet, Exter, and it gives you the exact same feeling. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, what do you mean, Blackscape? What do you mean it gives you the exact same feeling? How can a wallet make you feel things that you've never felt before? Well, you quite literally click on the button on the bottom of the wallet and poof, your cards come out the top. It is quite literally one of the most innovative and coolest decisions for a wallet that I've ever seen. It's almost like having a switchblade, but it's your wallet. But this smart wallet does much more than just make you feel good. It actually feels good. The leather is of high quality, and the thickness compared to a conventional wallet, like, it fits directly into your pocket in the most compact and easy to carry way. You almost forget that it's there, but if you do forget that it's there, or if you lose the wallet at any location or any point, it comes in with a built-in tracker. That is correct. A tracker that tracks your wallet no matter where it is lost, from an app, from your phone, even working on voice activation from Google Home, Alexa, or Siri. Where is my wallet? I heard it over here somewhere. Goku Black, what are you doing with my wallet? You trying to take my bills? Thank you. Help support the channel, go ahead and check out the link for these wallets in the description below in the top comment. This is the wallet of the future. What is up, Black Squad? Blackscape here, and today we are covering the official Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 78. It has finally dropped. Let's jump into it. So we start out the chapter with Maki getting an urgent communique that the fight is over. They have stopped fighting, but no one is dead. And I like the nice little touch that her communique is on her necklace, on her choker. She just hits the button and that's how she talks. I think that's pretty slick character design. But when she tells Elec and Gas about the situation, this whole dialogue, I think this is more than meets the eye, basically, because we have Elec kind of thinking about Monaito a little bit and being like, he wouldn't cross us, he knows not to meddle in our affairs. But I mean, why would he think that they wouldn't, when at this point in time Granola is essentially signing his own death certificate? At the same time, we have basically Gas and Alec's differing opinions on this wish. Gas says, I'm fine just as I am, because Gas believes that he's enough. He is comfortable with who he is and how much power he's got, and he thinks that what he's got is adequate and sufficient. He's somebody that really is confident in his own abilities, and Elec seems to be confident in who Gas is, but he knows that this wish will ensure their victory 110%. But then this little shot right here of Elec looking at Gas with this sort of sinister look, this sort of, I don't know, backstabbing look. I believe after this wish is made for Gas, Elec is going to make a wish for himself, using all this as a distraction for his real goals. Granola is pissed off at Monaito for this treachery. His entire life has been a lie. The people that he has wanted to kill for his entire life, who killed his mother, yeah, those people he's been working with and talking with cordially for the last like decade or so, or maybe more than that. And so he's taking it all out on Monaito until Goku breaks it up. Now, I think it's funny that that basically Granola's worldview is shattered, his reality is shattered right before his very eyes, and Vegeta's like, wait, hold on a second. Yo, how did that story end? Did Bardock win? Did he defeat Gas? It's like he don't even care about Granola's existential crisis that he's having right now. He's like, no, wait, you were telling a good story. What happened? Did Gas defeat Bardock? Which we don't really get that, at least from the spoilers, unless there's like some sort of thing that we didn't see in the spoilers. We don't get that yet, so hopefully they actually add that in there. That would be so cool to see. Bardock versus Gas, or if Goku versus Gas in the future, in the next chapter, we get to see how they are resembling the fights. Like the fight goes back and forth in time, showing Bardock versus Gas as opposed to Goku versus Gas. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's when we get this broken ass dragon yet again, a wish granting dragon in the flesh. and this dude has caused so many problems, but it looks like it is time to make the wish. Now this has to be the best entrance for a villain that I've seen in quite some time, and quite literally this is my favorite part of this entire chapter, and that is as soon as the wish is over, like the wish probably only takes a few seconds to say, and then the dragon is gone, right? And that's kind of what happens from Goku and Vegeta's perspective, but then they feel the power of whatever's coming their way. Remember, it was Maki, Gas, and Oil that were heading into their direction, so you feel that power pressure, that power level coming over the horizon, because that is the new standard, that is the new strongest. You get that level, and then you have Maki and Oil here, and Maki of course does all the talking about how it is time for them to meet their maker, and how it's lights out for Granola, this and that, and Granola's just yelling at them that they the one who killed his mother or whatever. But then we get an additional introduction with Maki and Oil both like doing this sort of ta-da moment where Gas is gonna come over the horizon. And I just like this whole bit right here, and it all leads up to this panel right here. And I know the majority of you guys are probably looking at what happened to Gas, how he's gotten huge. You know, he's got basically 8 feet tall. But for those who are cultured, they see cute little Maki over here in probably one of the best renditions of the character that Toyotaro has ever done, in this cute little pose, and yeah, she's looking good. But Gas looks pretty good as well. I like his whole design. He looks like almost like the split between a Kaioshin and a barbarian warrior. I like it. I like that whole aesthetic. But it's not too played on with the Kaioshin, because this is exactly what he was wearing before essentially, and this is kind of the Heeter's garb. But it definitely has that classic DBZ vibe. Honestly, his whole thing is classic DBZ, honestly. Gas's first order of business is to show us what techniques he's going to have in Dragon Ball FighterZ and Xenoverse 3, and he destroys Granola's ship, so they have no way of escaping. But this blast is actually so dangerous that Vegeta takes Piccolo's line and yells dodge, so nobody gets hit by this laser. Once the ship is gone, now it's time for the next order of business, and that is to take out the second universe strongest character, and that is Granola. He takes him out by surprise with a 4-pronged trident that impales each one of his limbs. And Gas has quickly become one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite villain characters, because he's not entirely 100% evil. I don't think that the Heeters are 100% evil. They're just like a mafia family essentially, and this guy has been their muscle for a very, very long time, and he's dedicated to family. And at the same time though, this dedication to family has led them down the dark path of cooperating with Frieza, destroying planets, selling them, all that kind of stuff. So he has done a lot of evil deeds, but it's not like he's just pure evil like Frieza. Like, there is stuff there. The connection to his family is something that's rare for a character to have, and on top of that, everything that they've been saying, that he is a master warrior, like he is their strongest warrior, and he knows tactics, he knows strategy. It showcases here. He took out their whip. He took out the strongest warrior, all in the span of a few seconds, because he went through triage. He decided to go for the thing that would be the most dangerous to him, or at least the one that would be the most annoying, would be the ship, them getting away. And number 2 is the strongest warrior, take him out first. That's essentially what he did, and now he can speak, which he does. And the first line that this dude has as an adult, or at least in the most powerful world's strongest version, he says, "I never liked you," to Granola. Just flat out what I've been saying about Granola the entire arc. Gas says it right here. "I provide enough muscle for the Heeters. You are not needed. At last, I am free to kill you." Which it looks like that's something he's been wanting to do for a long time, but hasn't been able to do it. And when Goku attacks him, he like instantaneously uses magic of some sort and puts ki cubes on Goku's limbs to weigh him down and stop him. With Goku down, the first thing that Gas says is, "You must be that Saiyan son." He doesn't even question it, so Goku must really have a strong resemblance to Bardock. And then Gas asks if he is still alive. Obviously, Gas would love to have a little exchange right now, but no, all the Saiyans are dead. And Maki says, well, good, we're gonna ensure that stays the status quo. We're gonna ensure that stays that way. And that is when we realize that the Gas is actually a real big threat. Whatever the Heeters tell him to do, that's going to be it. He doesn't really have a mind. I mean, he's got a mind of his own, but he doesn't really have any decision-making skills of his own. So whatever Elect tells him, whatever Maki tells him, that's where he's gonna go. So if they say go to planet Earth and kill the rest of the Saiyans, that's what he's gonna do, which would be a cool scenario to see Elect send him off to planet Yardrat and him fight Broly. That'd be pretty cool. But it's time for an execution, and Gas summons an axe. I absolutely love that Gas's abilities are not just pew pew and, you know, key attacks or whatever, or absorption or whatever. His are basically key weapons. That is his strategy. He uses axes, he uses tridents, he uses cubes. He can manifest key weapons at such a dangerous and effective rate that it shows that this is definitely it's definitely his aesthetic, and it just gives him that warrior vibe even more, that like tribal warrior. It makes him unique, and that's kind of what I've been missing from Dragon Ball, is a character that is unique. So right now Gas is really killing it. That's what I've been missing from Granola and Ultra Ego Vegeta, that those two characters, in my opinion, were not unique enough. Granola, he did his sharpshooting stuff, we've seen that before. Ultra Ego Vegeta wasn't unique enough, in my opinion, with his attacks. This guy is in a class of his own. But before Gas could guillotine Goku, he gets blasted in the back, and that is Granola. But as soon as he realizes that Granola blasted him, dude doesn't even wait 0.2 seconds and summons a mace, a key mace, because he had dropped his axe, and just goes to work on Granola. This actually started making me feel bad for Granola. Look at this, man. Look at this shot, man. You can see how this is probably the most impactful shot that I've seen Toyotaro make in a while. The impact from that mace, he sent Granola to next Tuesday. That's crazy. This is funny. So Monito's like, ah! And you see Granola just flying off into the distance as he like skids on the ground. And then Gas comes for round 2, and Granola's like, no, please don't. And then that's when he gets fucking bombarded with the mace. The mace, that's so cool, man. This is pretty badass. Okay, and the mace is just going to work on him, and I don't know. I guess they had to reiterate that. I mean, you may think you're the world's strongest, but your wish came before Gas's. So technically, Gas is the world's strongest at this point, or the universe's strongest. So yeah, Gas. I guess that's how the wishes work. That's exactly why I made the video yesterday. I made it about how do you fix this dragon that can just make anybody strong, you know? Granola goes flying in the air like Team Rocket, and he just keeps on talking shit. Elect saw value in your strength, but I never did. And I just like how he's being brutally honest right now, because Gas probably been quiet for a long time. He doesn't talk. He's a man of few words. He barely has talked throughout this entire thing, and so he's probably been keeping quiet on that because Elect was the one that wanted Granola to be alive. But now that it's time to execute him, he can say whatever was on his mind. And that's when Monito releases Goku and asks Goku to save Granola, which Goku's gonna do the best that he can. Granola attacks Gas, but it's futile, and he asks, why did you let me live all this time? And Gas tells him, we didn't do it on purpose. We found out much later that you were still alive, but you had already made a name for yourself as a bounty hunter, and Elect wanted to hire you. And then we get a little flashback of little kid Granola, who must have been a known bounty hunter, like at 10 years old, and that is when Elect comes to basically recruit him, and Monito, you know, doesn't want him to take it away, but, you know, Elect's like, listen, as long as you don't say anything about his mom, I'll still use his abilities and his skills for my own purposes, and I won't kill both of you guys. That's basically the deal. So we do see that Monito was against a rock in a hard place, basically, but he still should have said something, honestly, especially during this whole, maybe not in the past, but he should have said something right here. But even Monito admits that he probably should have told him much earlier than this moment. You know, he probably should have told him a long time ago that this was the situation, and just to not go after Elect until he's strong enough or whatever. Like, he can't stop it. Like, he never left the choice up to Granola. He kind of kept that choice to himself for him to make. And so Monaito agrees that he sucks as a dad, he sucks as a guardian, and even right now he sucks as a Namekian because he can't fully heal Goku, even though he did a little bit. And that's when they finally realize that there is a sensu bean somewhere around the battlefield. I think it's in Vegeta's armor, and Vegeta needs to grab it because that's part of the plan, is to revive one of them so they can be at full power against Gas. And Goku gives that privilege up to Vegeta. Go find the sensu bean, take it for yourself, I'll keep them busy, I'll save Granola, and you can go into Ultra Ego, or as he says, that freaky form, that freaky face mode form, and then you can beat Gas. And then he goes off, and Vegeta thinks that he's making fun of him, but it's, you know, he's not. It's just Goku the way he describes things, and Goku has to go in and try to save Granola against this monster. I like this part too. Goku's critical on the way that the Heeters are doing things, and then Gas says, so the endangered species have become friends. It's not your place, outsider. This is just how the Heeters operate. So it's like, don't try to understand in the way that you understand things how we do things out here. We do things out here the way we do it to survive. This is the Heeters' plans. This is our race's plans. Don't try to interpret it because you'll just not understand it. And so that's essentially what he's saying, but at the same time he uses his key abilities to make a key fist sword gauntlet thing, and he attacks Goku with it, who is forced to go into Super Saiyan Blue and break it. Back on the offensive, Goku jumps in, but Gas forms a shield and blocks Goku's kick. Goku comes in for a punch, and he blocks that as well, looking very similar like Captain America Winter Soldier. And Goku attacks him, but nothing, like the shield is just too strong, Gas is too fast, and so Goku tries to use an area wave attack to kind of blast at Gas so the shield can't block him, but that doesn't work at all because Gas comes out of nowhere with a Looney Tune sized mallet and then whack-a-moles the hell out of Goku to the point where Goku looks like he actually has a very serious head injury. And Maki's like, this scene's not all that tough after all. Maybe Gas didn't even need the wish to handle these chumps. And that's when they finally realize that Vegeta is gone. Vegeta finds the sensu bean, and just in time because Goku is getting whipped around by some sort of a chain-like weapon with a weight at the end of it that is being used to drag Goku across the battlefield. Vegeta needs to get here quick. But Vegeta did not go to the battlefield. He's not taking the sensu bean and going into Ultra Ego. He's going to give the sensu bean to Granola. That way Granola is able to use his own strength for vengeance and save everybody and become the hero that he really hasn't been up to this point. And that is how the chapter ends, with a cliffhanger. Whether Granola takes the sensu bean or not, I'm sure he's going to. And you're going to have two warriors that are fighting against each other that are the world's strongest. Both of them consider the world's strongest, the universe's strongest, and they're going to fight against each other to see who's going to win. And the only drawback is that Gas is slightly stronger than Granola because he's supposed to be stronger than Granola because of the wish, but then he's also outnumbered because Vegeta and Goku and Granola can all fight against Gas, but at the same time Goku is completely injured and so is Vegeta. So this is going to be a fight between Granola and Gas, I think, and in the next round we're going to see exactly what Alec is going to be doing since he's not here yet. What's he going to be doing in the sidelines? What's the ultimate plan? Because for some reason I don't see this being the ultimate plan. I don't see this being the end-all be-all, with Gas just being stronger. I think there's something else going on. But let me know what your theories are. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.